Good day everyone, my name is Adiba Maisarah binti Muhammad Shukri. My metric number is 23302790. So I will continue the presentation. So in my research, I have chose the corn plant, which is the scientific name is Z. mace L. dot. So what L stand for? L stand for lineages, which is the botanist who found this plant. So where I found this plant? I found this plant at Kampung Tanah Merah, Pendang, Kedah, which is in my hometown. So the kingdom of this plant is Plantae, the phylum is Angiosperm, the family is Poaceae, the genus is Z, and the species is Z. mace. So what is the features of this plant? So the morphology of this plant, the first one is it has the fibrous roots. And then it has erect, cylindrical and solid stems, and its leaf have a long, narrow and alternate orange leaf. So how it reproduce? So mostly this plant reproduce through vine pollination. So how about the physiology of this plant? So the growth duration of this plant is about 90 to 120 days from planting to harvest. And then climate requirement of this plant is warm with temperature of 18 to 27 degrees Celsius. So what is the soil requirement for this plant? It prefer fertile, well drained, with the soil pH of 7, which is neutral. So as we all know that the Z. mace species has grain. So the grain and cob color often vary between varieties. Cob color can be white, red, purple or brown. The pericarp, which is the seed coat of the kernel, can be colorless, purple or brown. So corn is a C4 grass best grown in warm, sub-humid climates with high rainfall, which is 600 to 1,500 millimeters, and long photo periods. Corn is adapted to a wide variety of soil types ranging from sand to heavy clay. Though corn perform best on well-structured soil with intermediate texture, which is sandy loams to clay loams. Typically, corn is grown on slightly acidic to neutral soil, which is pH 5.5 to 7. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Abbas bin Isrun. Today, I'll be sharing you a plant species that is both beautiful and it also is highly useful. That is Bambusa vulgaris, and it also known as yellow bamboo. Yellow bamboo is a tropical climbing bamboo that belongs to a Plantae kingdom under the Angiosperm phylum, and it also classified as monocot. This species can grow impressively tall, reaching between 10 to 20 meters, and often found in humid tropical areas. I found this particular one near our University Science Malaysia Museum. What makes Bambusa vulgaris stands out? Bambusa vulgaris stands out for its bright yellow stems, sometimes with striking green stripes. The stems are hollow and segmented, and they grow in dense clumps. Its lens-shaped green leaf grow in tuft, and the calm sheath of young shoots are covered in soft hair, giving it a unique and elegant texture. This bamboo is more than just pretty. It's widely used in construction, for making furniture, craft, musical instruments, and even paper pulp. It also plays a big role in landscape design, wind breaks, and soil erosion control, especially in areas prone to landslides. Because of its rapid growth, it also a great plant for carbon absorptions and environmental restoration projects. So whether it's an ornamental value, practical uses or environmental benefits, Bambusa vulgaris is truly an amazing plant. Thank you for listening. I hope you have learned something new about this fascinating species. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Adina Laili binti Aris Azmil, and my metric number is 233301660. The plant that I choose for the assignment is Malay dwarf bamboo, and the scientific name is Bambusa heterostachya. The kingdom is Plantae, the phylum is Angiosperm under Monocotyledon, the class is Liliopsida, the order is Poalis, and the family is Poaceae. This bamboo is located at the plantation area near DKE 48. The features of this bamboo is it grows up to 2 to 3 meters tall. It is a clumping bamboo and it has a fine narrow leaves that give a soft bushy look. It often trimmed into round or hedge-like shapes. It adapted to hot, humid climates, which is common in Malaysia. It is a fast-growing and low-maintenance plant. It has a non-invasive root, and it also works well as natural screen or noise buffer. It also has a dense foliage that offers privacy and shelter for small wildlife. Lastly, it is popular for its ornamental use in garden and campuses. Next is unique adaptations, where this plant has a non-invasive clumping habit, where it grows in control clumps, so it's ideal for confined spaces and low maintenance. Next is soil stabilization. Their root system helps to prevent erosion and stabilize slopes. It has an efficient water use where it absorbs and distributes water underground, helping to maintain soil hydration. It also has a carbon absorption where it contributes to climate improvement by absorbing carbon dioxide. It is unique also due to its heat tolerance and shade adaptability, where it thrives in partial shade to full sun even under Malaysia's intense heat. Lastly, it is excellent for topiary where due to its structure and leaf density, making it ideal for shaping and pruning. And then lastly, the environment where this plant grows. It grows well in tropical climate with moderate rainfall. It prefers well-drained fertile soil with slightly acidic to neutral pH. And it needs space between clumps to avoid overcrowding. It is commonly planted along roadside, building edges, and gardens. It provides shade, shelter, and humidity for birds, insects, or even small animals. Lastly, it adds green texture and structure to manage landscape.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Aidid bin Rozi. My metric number is 233000775. The plant that I found is lemongrass. The scientific name is Cymbopogon citratus. The common name is lemongrass. Kingdom is Plantae. Phylum is Angiosperm. Class is Monocot. Genus is Cymbopogon. Species is Cymbopogon citratus. Location is near my house in Kedah. This plant is native to tropical Asia, particularly India and Sri Lanka. Preferred climate of this plant is warm, humid, tropical or subtropical climates. Soil must be well drained, fertile soil with moderate moisture. It requires full sunlight at least 6 to 8 hours a day. Moderate watering is needed, prefers moist but not waterlogged soil, commonly grown in Southeast Asia, South America, Africa, and tropical parts of the United States. Characteristic of this plant for growth habit, it is tall, perennial, aromatic cross forming dense clumps. For height, typically grows 1 to 1.5 meters tall. For leaves, it is long, narrow, bright green leaves with sharp edges and a strong lemon scent. For stems, it is thick, cane-like, used in cooking and herbal medicines. For flowers, it is rarely flowers in cultivation. When it does, it has small, inconspicuous flowers. Unique adaptations of this plant is number 1 is aromatic oils. It produces citronella oil, which deters insects and herbivores. Number 2 is drought tolerance. It has long roots and wavy leaves that help to conserve water in dry climates. Number 3 is clump-forming roots. It helps to prevent erosions and stabilize the soil. Lastly is rapid growth. It regrows quickly after being harvested or creased. Notable features of this plant is it is used as essential oil. It contains citral, used in perfume, soap, and insect repellents. It also used as a culinary use, widely used in Southeast Asian cuisine, especially in soup, teas, and curries. It has medicinal properties used traditionally to treat digestive issues, fevers, and inflammations. And lastly, natural insect repellent, often used in mosquito repellent products.
Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Adham Haziq. Today I want to present about my plant. I choose sugarcane as my plant. For the scientific name for this plant is Saccharum officinarum. For the common name is sugarcane, and the location that I found this plant is located nearby at my house, which is at Kampung Liku, Tanah Merah, Kelantan. First of all is about the notable features of these plants. Firstly, vascular tissues. Sugarcane has a well-developed xylem for the transportation of water, and has a well-developed phloem, which is for the transportation sugars and nutrients. Next is sugarcane has a true roots, stems, and leaves. Next is the photosynthesis process of this plant. The monocot characteristic of this sugarcane is, as a monocot, sugarcane has a parallel leaf venation. Next is for the reproduction. Sugarcane can reproduce sexually by seeds and asexually by stem cuttings. And for the last point is the height and the structure for this plant is sugarcane grows 2 to 6 meter tall. Next, for the second part is the environment of the sugarcane's habitat. First of all, sugarcane need a habitat that at warm climate. Sugarcane grows well in hot weather. Next is high rainfall. Sugarcane requires about 1,500 to 2,500 millimeter of rain per year. And for the third one is sugarcane really needs a good soil. Sugarcane grows best in a loamy or alluvial soil. The next point is the land type for these plants. Sugarcane grows well in flat or slightly sloping land. Lastly, sugarcane really need a plenty of sunlight. And for the last part is about the unique adaptation of this plant to growth. First of all, the unique adaptation for the sugarcane is C4 photosynthesis. Sugarcane performs C4 photosynthesis, which allow it to grow rapidly in hot and sunny environment. This adaptation increase water use efficiency and carbon fixation. Next is the fibrous and sugar rich. Sugarcane, the structure is the tall, jointed stalk of sugarcane store high level of sucrose, which is crucial for sugar production. Next point is asexual propagation. The next point is deep and fibrous root system. Last point is sugarcane has a waxy leaf coating. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Li Jinchen. My metric number is 233000181. And my kingdom is plantains. My phylum is Angiosperms. My class is kind of Monocots. And the scientific name is Angiosperm compressus. And the common name is compact grass. The species is Angiosperm compressus. As we talk about the features, the leaves are broad, flat, and rounded at the tips, It has a parallel venetions. A typically monocot features leaf surface is smooth, shining, often dark green. No prominent ligule. It means that it have a small structures at the base of the leaf, then reproduce through creeping stolons at the root at the nodes. It also can survive regular moving and the foot traffic. Then the carpet grass, a low-growing creeping grass with broad, flat leaves, commonly found in shady lines, roadside ridges, parks, and under trees. Tolerates poor soil, heavy rainfall, and partly shade. It grows densely and spreads through stolons from a carpet like that. It is required minimum maintenance once established. It is always used to idle for low maintenance laws, grazing control, and ornamental ground cover, often used in landscape around the traditional structures due to its neat appearance. It also helps prevent soil erosion on slope and withstands tropical rain well. That's all.
Now I'm going to continue the presentation to an overview of the features of the Angiosperm plant division. Angiosperm in monocotyledons. Monocotyledons plants are identified by their seeds containing a single cotyledons, which is the way to distinguish between monocot and dicot seeds. The flowers of the monocot plant usually have flowers organ. They typically exist as arrangement of three, which can be differentiated from a dicot plant, which only exists in 4 or 5 arrangement. Typically, monocots are categorized as a plant with a fibrous root system, with many tiny roots growing from the stem base. This kind of root system anchors the plant firmly and absorbs nutrient and water from the soil. Unlike the prominent ring that is observable in the stems of dicots plant, the vascular bundle in stem of monocots are typically dispersed throughout the stem.
Next is division's ecological significance of Angiosperm monocotyledons. Number 1 is dominant vegetation in many ecosystems. Monocots like grasses, Porciae, dominate grasslands, savannas, and prairies. They serve as the foundations of food chains, supporting herbivores and predators. Number 2 is soil stabilization and erosion control. Many monocots have fibrous root systems, for example, grasses and sedges, that bind soil particles, reducing erosions. They help maintain soil structure and enhance soil fertility through organic matter depositions. Number 3 is carbon sequestration and climate regulation. Monocots like bamboo and grasses can sequester significant amount of carbon dioxide. Their rapid growth helps in mitigating climate change by capturing atmospheric carbon. Number 4 is habitat and shelter. They provide habitat for insects, birds, and small mammals. Wetland monocots like cattails and sedges offer shelter and breeding grounds for aquatic organisms. Number 5 is pollination and biodiversity support. Many monocots, for example, orchids and lilies, can specialize flowers that support a variety of pollinators like bees, butterflies, and birds. These support biodiversity and ecosystem health. Last but not least, food source. Monocots include major crops like rice, corn, wheat, barley, and sugarcane, which are primary food sources for humans and animals. They also support livestock and wildlife through grazing.
Next, I'm going to discuss about the importance of understanding plant diversity for conservation. The first one is ecosystem stability, where plants provide food, shelter, and oxygen to animals and insects. When there are many kind of plants, ecosystem becomes stronger and can recover better from problems like storm or climate change. For instance, in a rainforest, there are many kind of plants that support different animals. So if one type of plant dies out, the ecosystem can still survive. Next is food variety and security. By protecting diverse plant species helps to maintain a stable food supply by offering crops that resistant to disease and environmental changes. For instance, if a disease hits one type of rice, the other varieties can still grow and feed people. Next is climate adaptation, where plant diversity allows ecosystem to better adapt to climate changes. Some plants survive droughts or temperature shifts, helping preventing ecosystem from collapsing. For example, a cactus can survive in a hot temperature, which explain how climate adaptation helps to maintain ecosystem from collapsing.
So the next one is for medicinal resources. So many plants contain natural compounds used to create medicines. Studying plant diversity helps scientists discover new cures and treatments for disease. So the next one is supporting biodiversity. So plants form the base of most ecosystems. So conserving diverse plant species supports a wide variety of animals, insects, and other organisms, maintaining overall biodiversity and ecological balance. So the last one is for soil and water health. So diverse plants help keep soil fertile, prevent erosions, and clean water by filtering harmful substances. This protects natural resources and support wildlife. Thank you.
And for the last part is the conclusion. The significance of plant diversity, particularly on the USM campus and some of our homes, become the indicator for our findings and research. The discovery of monocotyledon angiosperm is evidently the pertinent finding of our research. Besides, the USM main campus is essential places for maintaining the ecosystem's balance. Furthermore, the information in this video presentation is extremely similar to what we were taught in class. As all my friends have noted, we also learn more information based on the findings to further our studies on plants. And that's all from us. Thank you.